John,
How you doing?
good, my friend. How you doing, brother?
I cannot complain. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, if you could just turn it up or speak a little louder, that'd be better.
Yeah, I'll just come a little bit closer. How's that? Is that better?
That's great. That sounds great. How about I open the show and we get to it? All right, brother?
Yes, sir.
All right. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the No Cover TV podcast. That's right. I'm your host, Big Al. And yeah, I take that original, local, and national music and I shove it in your face, down your throat. I could mention other orifices, but I won't. But you need to hear it. There's a lot of great music out there of all different genres and age groups. They're starting real young now, and I'm getting a little jealous because they're making me look bad. I can't believe this. But it's amazing the music out there, everybody. And I feel in my heart the pleasure to bring the music to you and the interviews to you. We've had a lot of great musicians and artists on the No Cover TV podcast, and we've got a lot more coming on the podcast. So check out the interviews because I get in the head of the musicians, and I leave it up to you to check out their music. Oh, yes, great music out there, great talent. You don't want to miss it. Want to get a hold of me, bands, artists, fans, whoever, go to the website, www. How many W's are there? There's a lot of W's, but then put the dot in there, nocovertv.live. Nocovertv.live. Go to the Facebook page. I mean, not the Facebook page, but you can go to that one too. But go to the website, scroll through, learn about No Cover TV, the history, and maybe at the bottom, if you hit that little donation button, I'd appreciate that. A little dime helps here and there in the kitty. No Cover TV since 1997 has always been nonprofit. I have never charged an artist to come on TV or radio or a podcast. I never will. The music needs to get out there. Don't need people charging the bands to do that. No, not at all. They got enough on their plate. So we've got a great show for you today. I've been looking forward to this show, and we're going to have a great time. I don't even know if we can end the show today. It might go on for hours. Yes. In the house, representing the band Nickoloff, is John Nickoloff himself, the front man. How are you doing, brother?
Hey, I'm doing good. How are you doing? Thanks for having me.
Oh, man, it's a pleasure, my friend. It's a pleasure. You're a busy guy.
I am. I'm almost as busy as you. I've been looking forward to this.
You're down in Florida, sunny Florida.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm a little jealous because I'm way up here in Michigan.
Well, Michigan's beautiful now, and there's no doubt about that. But I don't think it's nearly as warm as it is here, and everything's popping here right now.
Oh, cool. We didn't have a bad winter, so I won't complain. So we're not going to talk about the weather. We're going to talk about Nickoloff and John. Wow. We got a lot to cover, my friend. A lot to cover.
Yes.
And I have a lot of notes here. We're going to go all over the board. But first, all over, man. But first off, are you going to allow me to get in that mind of yours?
I'm sorry?
Are you going to allow me to get in your head?
Sure, go ahead. Have at it.
All right, I want to find that opening and get in there. All right, me and you take a journey. Well, we're the same age. Yep. So let's take a journey back to 81.
Okay.
All right. What were you rocking out to? And I'm sure I know what you were rocking out to, but what were you listening to, rocking out to at that age?
Well, see, I go way back. I'm a huge Kiss fan.
There we are.
Yep.
Yes, indeed.
So, excuse me. So the Kiss never stopped for me to this day. So back in 81, I was obviously rocking to that, Van Halen, all of that style of stuff. I just love that music, that attitude. That's in me now. So
I see it.
Kiss, Van Halen. That's really the start of it for me, and everything right around that area. But everything started and ended right now with Kiss.
Kiss. Oh, me too. That was my first album, 76 or 77, I think it was. Cool. Yes, and that just turned on the switch right there.
Yes, sir.
It sure did. So, at that age, did you right then and there knew you wanted to be a front man?
No. It's strange. I actually went to a Catholic grade school and wanted to be a priest of all things.
Really?
Yeah, for a while. And so I was an altar boy, and our family was big in the church, and
Okay.
And I still am friends with a lot of the people from that time frame. A lot of my grade school mates,
Right.
good friends with. And then it went to baseball, and I wanted to be a second baseman and then shortstop. And then it turned to rock and roll. And I don't know what actually turned it. I can't remember what exactly, whether it was a song or I saw a video. I don't know what it was, but I do know this. When I saw, and this may be the genesis of it all, when I purchased my first Kiss record, which was Gene Simmons' solo record in '78, I think,
yes.
yeah, I think that is probably what set in motion that I wanted to be a rock star.
That's awesome. That was a great album too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was. Oh man, those were great. So that was put in your head. So what year did we implement this? Did you start a band or join a band?
Yeah. So my friends from grade school, Rob Cooper and Robert Amrine and Joey Adkins, of all people, a younger guy that I knew at that point, we all started playing a band. This is Joey was 3 years younger than I was. So in '83, I was 69, 79, 12. He must have been 10, 9, 10. And he was playing guitar already. So,
wow.
Yeah. So we included him, and he's fantastic now. We included him in all of that. And so we started a little band, and 1983, 84. And that's where it all started. And we played our first show. This was without Joey. Our first show at Ritter High School in Indianapolis at the talent show there. And, yeah. And of all things, we go on and we play All Hell's Breaking Loose from Kiss in a Catholic high school. It was great.
You broke all the rules.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we started right then. So there was no being a priest, no being a baseball player. It was all about rock and roll.
That's great. And for some reason, I this vision went through my head, but why do I see you jumping around in spandex back then?
Well, I didn't wear spandex back then. That came later on in days, but I did do a lot of jumping around.
You still are, my friend.
Yes, I do.
You have a lot of energy.
I've been compared to Mick Jagger a lot, so I have that energy. I hope I can keep that up in my 80s.
Well, I think you'll do that. You're doing a great job now. You get the people on their feet and dancing, jumping around. It's crazy.
Thank you.
Wherever you go.
That's wherever
you go. And now let's talk about Nickoloff, the band. Now, wasn't this a project you started, quite a while ago, about 2002 or so?
Yeah, it's been a while, 2002-ish time frame. I really can't remember the exact time, but yeah, this started out. This band was actually a band called Naked Rachel for many years. And,
okay.
Yeah, so my band history is basically Lust from Indianapolis, and then came down here and joined a band called Lycanthrope. And then that went to Rainlord for many years. We had regional success here. And then Rainlord broke up in the 2000 timeframe. And then Naked Rachel came not long after that. And then Naked Rachel turned into Nickoloff. And the interest, you want to hear the story about that, how that happened?
Yeah, I do.
So we played quite a few shows in the Daytona area, and we were getting ready to play a show at a place called the Band Shell in Daytona. And beautiful venue right on the beach. A lot of bands play there. It's fantastic. We were going to play there, and one of the sponsors was Coca-Cola, and they didn't like the name Naked Rachel. So, yeah, right. So, we bowed down. They gave us the option of changing the name or losing the show. We didn't want to lose the show. So I told the guys what was going on. The guys, they said, hey, let's just call the band Nickoloff. And I didn't want to do it. I fought it because I didn't want it to come off as an ego thing, and it's not an ego thing. But I
can see that.
Yeah, it went there, and it's stuck.
That's great. That's great. I mean, it's a great name.
Thank you.
It is. It really is. It's a standout name. It's a powerhouse name.
Thank you.
Love it. Definitely. So, everybody out in podcast land, you're going to have to get on your laptops, whatever you use to get on the internet, and go to the platforms because you want to going to check out John Nickoloff. Nickoloff. That's Nickoloff.
Thank you.
Right?
Awesome.
And he is a hard driving rock and roll at its best, brother. Oh my.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So why don't you tell everybody out there in podcast land the platforms they can find you?
They can find us anywhere. YouTube, you can find us on Facebook a lot. All you have to do is type in the name Nickoloff, Nickoloff, and we're on Nickoloff.rocks, our website, Nickoloff.rocks.
Nice, beautiful. Now, you're by yourself right now. Well, how about you introduce the band members?
Yeah, so my longtime friend, I call him my brother from another mother, Reg Monsanto. We've been together for 30 years. We started together, yeah. So we have quite a history. Reg Monsanto, the other guitar player, Mark McManus, and I have written plenty of songs together and released a bunch under the Nickoloff name. We've been together for 12, 13 years, rounded out by Kevin Smith on drums and John Bigwood on bass guitar.
Wow. You guys pull it all together. I mean, with all that sound, I mean, it is full orchestra, full blown.
Thank you. It's a lot of work, but it's well worth it when it's all said and done.
Yeah, it is. It is. And then we're going to talk about a little bit of that part in a little bit later, but let's get to some music right here. Now, you just put out Envy.
Yes.
That's very new, brand new.
Yes.
How long did that take? How long in the making was this?
Well, some of the songs on here were written in the 2014 timeframe. One of them was written in, two of them were written in 2014. One of them was written in 2016. And the rest of them were basically written in the past 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're most of them are fairly new.
Okay, great. Now, how many are on there? 12?
10 songs. 10 songs. 9 original songs and 1 cover.
One cover. What's the cover? Tell me.
Well, we're big fans of Poison. And I've been performing this song since, when they put it out with the band in Indianapolis. And it's called Look What the Cat Dragged In.
Ah, yes. That's great. That's great. I had, what was it? Year 2006. I had the pleasure to work with Brett for just a little bit, so that was fun.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice guy.
Yeah, nice guy.
He
likes to keep his time to himself, so he's very, he's a time management person, I would say. So he's got everything in order, so you can only spend so much time here doing this, and doing this.
Sure, that's great.
Yeah, and you got to do that when you're at that stage in the level.
Sure.
What you're doing right there, exactly. So now that Envy's out, great responses I see.
Yes,
the fans are loving it, man. They are digging you. What do you think of that?
It's exciting, it just means that everything that we've done up to this point has been right. From the writing of the songs to getting in touch with Kibble Records, which is a whole another story. Having Matt Starr produce it from Ace Frehley's band Kicks and Mr. Big, and then Alessandro Del Vecchio, he mixed and mastered. So all of those decisions have been the right ones.
That's great. That's great. Now, are we turning any of the songs from Envy into video?
We are. We're in the process of doing that right now. So you'll probably see in the not too distant future videos for 2 songs. They'll both be shot here in Florida, and the songs will be Back Where I Belong, which was the first single out, and then Without You, which was the second release.
Oh, okay. Great. Well, now you brought this up, Kibble Records. Let's talk about them.
Okay.
You just signed on with them, didn't you?
Yeah, we just signed on with them actually December 29th. And this has been a long time coming. I actually, about 25 years ago, right when John Kibble first started his label, I sent him a CD from Rainlord that we released called Igniter in hopes of getting signed to Kibble Records. and he, rightfully so, he passed on us. It just wasn't our time. The production wasn't right. There's a lot of things that just weren't right. Fast forward to 25 years later, I reach out to Kibble again, not knowing that he would remember. And I said, "Hey, will you receive unsolicited material?" He says, "I'll take a listen to it." So I sent him one song, and he wrote me back and said, "I love it."
Nice.
And that's where it all took off from. He says, "By the way, I still have your CD Igniter from Rainlord." I'm like, just blew my mind. So it's like we've come full circle, and almost like the song "Back Where I Belong" says, we're home. It feels like we're home where we belong with Kibble Records. It's exciting.
That's great. You've done all this work in all these years, and now it's finally coming around.
Right. The other portion of that is, you as a band, I'm sure you know this, you get into this thing where you do this for so many years and you feel like you've done all you can do, and this is as good as it gets, so you might as well just enjoy it. And that's where that's where we were until we started recording this thing. And we said, we're onto something here. And then Kibble came along, and Matt Starr and Alessandra, and it's like, it's snowballed from there. It's really cool.
That's beautiful to have them in your corner. Good people like that to support you and stuff like that. So they're taking care of your PR and management and everything.
They're taking care of portions of it, and we are. It's kind of a hand in hand type of thing.
Sure.
And I think the more that this ball gets rolling, the less I'll have a hand in it, and that's fine with me. I have a busy schedule as it is.
Oh yes, definitely. It's been better if the musicians can just be musicians.
Exactly.
Let the logistics to be taken care of by the others and know what they're doing with it.
Exactly. Yeah. My problem is I have a tendency to want to be involved too much. I am liking this stepping back, but I'm still trying to wean my way off of doing a lot of things. I've done it for so long by myself.
You sound like me. You want to know everything.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's good not to know everything.
100%.
Yeah. Sometimes it's just leave that space empty in my head. I'll leave it like that.
Absolutely. I agree.
Definitely. You don't need more stress because there's enough in the world. There's enough in the world. Right. Now, do you do all of the writing and then bring it to the band, or does the band help out in any way in the writing?
The bulk of the writing for this record was done with Reg Monsanto and myself. Yeah, and then one of the songs was written back in the Rainlord days called "Don't Walk Away," and that was a full band writing with Ralph Abraham, the drummer, and Matt Minnick, the bassist. And that was the original writing, and we brought a whole new life to this song, changed some of the lyrics, and so they obviously get a credit for being part of that. But yeah, this record was basically Reg Monsanto and myself.
Okay. What studio did you use?
Sound Mind Studios in Holly Hill. The engineer is Matt McEwen, and he's fantastic. Been a great friend for so many years, and he's like the not so silent partner in this.
Nice. It's great when you have a great engineer and producer behind you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, indeed. Now, when you're in his studio, I always like to ask this question: any analog equipment to use, or it's all digital?
Well, he has a ton of analog equipment, but this was all digital. We did it all digital.
You did it all digital. Okay. Understandable. I love my, old tube amps and stuff like that and everything. Hearing all the noises of radio stations that come through.
Yeah, and the tapes and everything. I mean, I love the warmth of that stuff. It just didn't lend itself to doing it on this one. Now, maybe in the future we will.
You never know. So now you got a lot coming up now. Are you pretty much booked up for the year?
We have a ton of shows booked through the year.
Okay.
And we're going to fulfill those dates. We're transitioning now. I don't know if that's a good word to use, but we're making a change going towards concentrating on originals. Now, the shows that we've had booked for quite a while are covers and originals. And we've just made the decision after the signing and everything that's gone down and how the songs are being taken by people that we think we're going to have some pretty big shows coming up that are going to be originals only. We really want to focus on our songs, our music, and be able to do it the best we can over covers. So we're going to be making that change here very shortly.
I don't think you're going to have a hard time with that transitions because your fans already love you, love what you do, your performance, your antics on stage. So changing it to your original music, they're just going to love you even more.
I thank you.
Bring more fans. Oh, yes, indeed, my friend. So we got here. Okay, so now I'm going to ask this question. Okay, you've played a lot of places in your years of being a musician and being a front man and stuff. What do you like? You like festivals? You like small venues? You like outdoor events, arenas? What do you like to play for? People that are in your face, or you like a big 5,000 crowd 20 feet away from you?
You know what's weird is I like I like all of those, and I can say that because I like being close to people. So I like the smaller venues that people are right up on you. I love that. I thrive on that. But if you've seen me live, I get out in the crowd. So it doesn't matter if they're 20 feet away. I'm coming to you. And I'm
coming for them.
Yeah, I'm getting all up in that. So I love the sea of heads. So if it's a giant venue, I love that. I just love performing and entertaining people. It doesn't matter, big, small, you name it.
That's great. That's great. I was watching a video of yours. I wish I could remember the name of it, but you were doing what one of my old artists back in the 2000s did, jumping around from table to table.
Yeah.
Singing to the people right to their face.
Yeah.
And I love seeing that because you don't see too many artists do that. But you pulled off great, just like my old friend Ian did. Yes.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I say this all the time. It's less about the band, our performances, and more about the people. And they're there to have a good time and be entertained and forget about all the BS that's going on in their lives. And,
exactly.
and my job is to deliver that, and I take it right to them. And I love doing that stuff.
That's right. That's what I tell everybody out there. You're doing what you love to do, and you love putting a smile on people's faces because they're working those 8 to 10 hour bullshit days, and they come and they listen to you. They get to forget about it.
There you go.
That's what's cool. That's what's really cool about it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, my friend. So, how about our brothers in arms, bikers? You like doing biker benefits and stuff like that, don't you? On shows?
Love the bikers. We just did Bike Week Daytona down here and had such a good reception. The bikers dig us because we're just fun and we're people friendly, and it doesn't matter whether you're a biker. It doesn't matter whether you're black, white. None of that stuff matters.
No, it doesn't.
We're all on the same page. We're all in the same boat. We're all on the same earth. We all want the same thing. We just want to be happy and have a good time.
And have a good time, exactly. I've done many shows with the bikers, and like I said, great people, and we'll do anything for you.
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. And I see you're all set up for doing Bike Week 2024.
Yeah, that's yeah. So
it's coming up. So cool. Now I wanted to ask you, how did the New Year's blowout go?
Well, it's strange because, there are so many things that people can do. It was a great show. We had a great time. It was, all I can say, it was a great show. We were surrounded by great people. It was at a great venue, the First Turn in Port Orange. Shane and Jan and that whole crew there are fantastic people. They love doing on their end of things what I love doing on my end of things. So they love doing for the people as much as I love doing for the people. And we've had a great run of shows at the First Turn, which I'm sure will continue. But the New Year's Eve was great. It was nice to get 2023 out of the way and start 2024.
Year. Exactly. Yeah. All right, let's have some fun questions here for you. All right. Now, this first question here, I'm going to let you answer with 2 answers. Okay? All right. You're going to be able to pick 2 people, one that's alive and one that has passed. Who would you want to play on stage with? Who would you want to be next to?
Oh, boy. Wow. That's a good one. I've never been asked that.
That's why I get
Maybe Sammy Hagar.
Hey, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
I can see that.
His fun, his attitude. We look similar, or we used to look similar when I had my long hair.
Right.
It would be like twins on stage, but he's fun. He's a lot of fun, and what a fantastic guy at 70 some odd years old.
Oh, he's doing great still. He's
Yep.
doing great. So that was one. Who else we got?
Eddie Van Halen.
Eddie, yes. Wow, I miss him.
Yeah.
Boy, that was a tragic loss.
Yeah.
To
be on a stage with him, that would take it to a whole different level.
Wow, that sure would step up. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Now I got another question for you. You get to answer it with two answers on this one.
All right.
Anywhere in the world, what two stages would you like to perform on?
Oh, wow. So, Rock'em Ring. I don't know if they still do Rock'em Ring, but that still stands out in my memory as a big deal from back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Rock'em Ring would be one, and God, any other big stage. How about Welcome to Rockville in Daytona? I'd love to do that.
There you go. Yeah,
right.
That's a good one to bring up.
Yeah, I'd love.
I like that. That's cool. That's cool. All right. Now, this question I'm going to ask, and I love to hear the answers on this one. Okay. Let's say you're playing for a crowd. Say there's around 10,000 people out there. Mm-hmm. Okay. You guys get on the stage, you get behind your gear, you get all geared up, and you approach that mic. The first chord is hit. You belt out that first vocal tone. The crowd starts moving, jumping, getting closer. You actually seeing them singing your songs. That's got to bounce back to you, brother, and hit your heart. How does it make your heart feel?
Huge. It happens right now at these shows that we're playing right now. From like the first chorus, when people get what we're doing, our songs are simple enough where you'll know the song after the first chorus, and it happens now, and it makes my heart so full.
That's great.
It is such an exhilarating thing. You look out, and these people they've never heard this song before, and then they're singing it back to you. It's what an amazing feeling.
It is. It always stays with you.
Oh my God.
You never forget it. No matter how far long ago it was, it's right there.
That's right.
And it brings that smile back to your face, makes your heart warm again.
It sure does. It sure does.
It does. All right. Now, the show is over. 3 sets. You did 3 sets, did the encore. Time the curtain comes down, it's time to walk off the stage, you guys. You're all sweating profusely. I remember that. And how long does it take John to wind down after a show?
At least 3 hours. So I'll come home, and I don't drink, I don't smoke, I've never done a drug in my life. So I'll come home, I'll have a glass of milk or a ginger ale or something.
There you go.
Have a cookie, and just now I find myself scrolling through Facebook just to see what impact we've had on people at these shows, and to look at the pictures and just the smiles of people. So it takes me about 3 hours to come down. That's from walking off the stage to coming home, sitting down, taking a shower, and going to bed. It's for a long night, but it's all worth it.
Right. And I'm sure you and the rest of the guys, after you're done, you probably go out and hang out with the crowd a little bit, your fans.
Oh, yeah. Hanging out with the people is the most important thing. We have such a great group of people that follow us around. And even if you've never followed us around and you're there for the first time, it's all about getting to know each other. It's huge.
Yes, it is. It is. Okay, another fun question here for you, my friend. This has had to have happened to one or all of you. Any embarrassing moments on stage? Microphone slap you in the face, fall on the drums, guitar fall over, or anything?
Yeah, so there are a few. I it's very rare that I go home without a bloody top lip, because I will.
Oh no.
I get so into it that I use a wireless mic. So I end up popping the wireless mic out and popping myself in the lip. So usually I end up with a fat top lip at the end of the show. I did this past weekend, which was nice. But at our last one of our shows here this past weekend at First Turn, we have our new stage scrims that have the logo on it, and it actually, the wind kicked up outside show. The wind kicked up, knocked the scrim down, and hit Mark McManus's guitar, knocked it flat on its face on the stage.
Oh, ouch!
Yeah, so yeah, it was not hurt, which so it's something to that guitar.
You just stop immediately when a guitar falls. It's like, ah.
You know what? I expected him to. He looked around, kept going like a total pro. All just kept rolling, picked it up, back up, went on with the show.
That's awesome. I'd have been on my knees crying probably.
Right. I said, listen, if there's anything wrong with that guitar, you let me know and I'll pay for it to have it fixed.
Right on. That's cool. That's cool. So any endorsements coming on with you guys?
The Kevin, our drummer, just signed an endorsement deal with I don't know if I can say it or not yet.
You can spell it.
I can say it with a drumstick company.
Okay, great.
It starts with a C and ends with an N, and it could be like if you got in a car accident.
Okay, I know where you're going.
There's two L's in the center of the name. We'll just leave it at that, because I don't want to get into any trouble, before it's put out there. But he signed it, and the other guys were all working on some other endorsements for ourselves.
Right. So you say you're using a wireless. Are you using a Shure?
I am. I'm using a Shure.
Okay. What, the F58 Beta? What are you using there?
It's it's a 58, and I wish I could tell you. I'd have to get up in my closet to tell you the exact number it is.
That's all right.
Top of the line, Shure.
Good. That's a great microphone. Use those all the way myself, brother.
Love it.
Definitely.
Love
them. Oh, they can beat the hell out of them too.
Exactly. I had a Sennheiser that I beat the hell out of, and it was good for a while. And it just this Shure gives me the warmth and the feel that I need.
Yeah, that's what it does. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And that's such a nice variety they have for you to choose from for what your needs are. Exactly. Indeed. Now I see you're getting a lot of press, radio, all that stuff. You're just all over the place.
It's it's starting. I mean, it almost. I know that the ball hasn't begun to roll yet. It's getting ready to. I think it's just starting to pick up a tiny bit of speed. But I think here before too much longer with shows like yours, No Cover TV, it's going to kick it into high gear for us. This is just the start of things for Nickoloff.
Well, you're going to be back on the show in 6 months to a year or so, because this is all over the world. Everybody's going to hear this. And I've got to do a music show, so you'll be on that music show shortly.
I love it. Yeah. I love it and appreciate that. Thank you so much for what you do.
No, not a problem, John. I love what you're doing and everybody else out there is doing. Do what you love to do. Don't listen to anybody out there telling you to do this or that. Do your thing. Because you're going to run into idiots out there that got a big smile and think they know it all, but they don't know shit.
That's right. No, that's right.
They don't. They just want to. Yeah, just do you.
Yep.
Exactly. Be original.
Right.
Be original. It doesn't matter if your hair is pink or if you don't have any hair like me.
or you have just a little bit more hair than you do, like me.
There we go. That's great. Now, have you guys looking to talk and collaborating with any bands, possibly opening up together or doing anything like that?
That is the goal. I mean, the goal is to get back to where we were many years ago, and that is opening for headliners, direct support, doing headline shows of our own. We do have a band in the area that we're looking to do some shows with and maybe do some traveling with, and they're called Grey, Greye. Fantastic, fantastic group. If you've not heard of them, I will turn you on to them. They're fantastic. Their music's great. They're good friends of ours. And
definitely, man. Send me the link. Send me like their name or whatever. Yeah.
I will.
Do that. Now, I notice here there's a song that you guys really love to play. And, I have a, fight for the right to party, brother. The Beastie Boys.
Yes.
Oh, you're all over on that one. I love it.
So did you see the video, the recent video?
I've seen a couple of them. I probably did.
Yeah, I think I'm up on another table, and it's so cool when you sing that song and the crowd they take over, and that's what it's all about. The Beastie Boys, you can't go wrong with the Beastie Boys.
You can't. No, you just can't go wrong with it. Throw that on and everybody's off their seats and jumping around and dancing.
Absolutely. So no matter how many big shows we do, original shows, that one will be in the mix.
I love it. I hope you always keep playing that song. Definitely. Now, I was checking out some older stuff that you did this is about, 10, maybe 11 years ago, this song, or what is it called here? Get Out of My Way.
Yes.
Talk to me about that song. I really like that song.
Thank you. That song was from my solo record, Get Out of My Way, back in 2000. I believe it's 13. And it's a 5-song disc, 5 great songs on it. Collaborated with Matt McEwen, who is the engineer for this record, Envy. He played all the guitars, all the drums, all the bass. And so we collaborated on the music and the lyrics, and we wrote these songs. Billy Chapin, who used to play for Backstreet Boys, he's world renowned. He did the producing on that, and what a great record that is. But Get Out of My Way was picked up by NASCAR on some of their shows. Major League Baseball played it during their events.
That's cool.
Yeah, it got a lot of traction, and people love when we play that song to this day. So it is a Nickoloff staple for sure.
It is. I like that a lot. I love them all, I should say, but that one stands out definitely. And your new stuff with Envy here, incredible. So everybody on podcast land, check out John Nickoloff and the new Envy. Oh yes, indeed. Again, where can they find Envy and you and everywhere?
You can find Envy at Kivel Records, KIVEL Records.com/store. You can purchase it along with all the other great bands that are on that label. They're good friends of ours, good people, great bands. And you can find us. Yeah, you can find us at Nickoloff.rocks, NICKOLOFF.ROCKS.
That's awesome, man. John, you're one hell of a front man, brother.
Thank you.
You really are. You are one heck of a performer. You're all over that stage, and that's what I want to see.
Thank you.
That's what everybody wants to see, brother.
Thank
indeed, you. Indeed. Okay, future, what do we see in the next 5 years? Where do you want to be? What do you want to be doing?
I want to be doing this. I want to be doing interviews like this with you. I want to be performing on big stages all over the world. I want for our music to touch people's lives in a positive way. Now, I want the best for everybody in this band and everybody that has had a part in this record and supporting me and this band for 20, 30 years.
That's beautiful to be doing it that long. You guys are great. And if you ever see a bald guy jump on stage, just tell security, back off. That's me.
I got you, man. I'm inviting you up.
I believe me, I'll join you, brother.
Awesome.
I'm not shy. Big L's never been shy, but we don't want to talk about those stories. That's why I'm the interviewer. That's great, my friend. So everybody on podcast land, check out John Nickoloff and check out the past shows of No Cover TV podcast and check out the future shows. We're talking to everybody abroad, all over the world. It is amazing. I got to do a show in I'm not going to Australia, but we got an Australian show coming up. Italy, Portugal, UK, Canada, you name it. It's everywhere. You guys are all over. We just picked up 3 more countries this week, actually, everybody out there. So bravo to all of you artists out there, because your stories are getting out there, and so is your music, and everybody is loving it. And it's people like John and everybody out there that's putting a smile on your face. So see, supporting your local and national music acts out there. Please keep supporting them. Right, John?
Yes, absolutely. We appreciate everything everybody does. Thank you so much.
All right, I got a button here I want to push, and then we're going to end the show. All right, you stay with me.
You got it.
All right, here we go. Do you hear this?
Yes.
Wonder who this is.
I know that guy.
Hey, who's this? Oh yeah. Let me turn on this a little more. Here we go, everybody.
Yeah.
This is what you're going to hear. This is John Nickoloff in his prime, in your face, and in front of that stage with that mic. Oh, yeah. I can see you running back and forth, brother. Here we go.
Looking in the eyes of strangers.
That's what I want to hear. Yes.
Love it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a true rock star in the house, John Nickoloff. So go check out the music. Don't be shy, because he's not shy. I'm not shy. So all one of us is going to make you listen. John, it was a pleasure, brother. Thank you so much. We're going to do this again. All right, my friend?
Rock on, Al. Thanks so much, man. Appreciate you.
All right, I'm going to send this off to the platforms and tell everybody about the show, and I'll send you the link. All right?
You got it. Thanks again, man.
All right, brother. I'll talk to you soon. You have a good one, everybody on Podcast Land. You take care. And Don Nickoloff and Nickoloff's band, you have a good one. Peace, brother.